Happy summer. We just had our solstice celebration. I hope everyone enjoyed the longest day of the year yesterday. Today's conference is super special because Karen is here with her 500-year-old Tibetan bowls that were made specially for her and her healing from these beautiful monks. And I'm going to give you a little bit of conference on the front end. I'm going to pass it over to Karen. So this Sunday we celebrated Father's Day, and like Mother's Day this year I wanted to do something slightly different, and instead of just celebrating our fathers, which we did, I wanted to also celebrate the gift of life. And so first we began holding our flower and putting gratitude for the man we call Father, who was part of creating this vessel, this avatar, this Diana frame, this clay, as it's described in the Celtic tradition. This is my clay. So we just took some time during our ceremony, our puja, to just really be grateful, see your Father and be grateful for that gift that he gave us. And then from there we went to really being grateful that we have an experience in this lifetime. So the last few weeks we've been studying the koshas, the sheaths of who we are. So we know that above ground we're body, we're energy, we're thinking mind, we're what we know. And I can say, I know Val, she looks like that. I know Val, I know her energy. I know Val, I know the things that she knows, and her education and her love for her children and her belief system. That's all Val. And then below ground, kind of the pot that I've been describing, is this beautiful essence of Val that's her Vijnanamaya kosha, like her internal yes, her intuition, her serendipity, her feeling of connectedness with others, and her beautiful Anandamaya kosha, which is her joy and her happiness. It's not tethered to other things. And the deepest part of her is her what? Don't everyone shout it out. Her Atman. And Atman means soul. And so we have a belief that each of us has the essence of who we are that is housed in this body, but is also separate from this body, other than this body. And we all maybe have different ideas about whether we move from life to life, or different ideas about that. But that's the essence of who we are, and that yoga and reading books and beautiful singing bowls are a way for us to water that soil, to really cultivate beauty and happiness and goodness and all these things for our soul in this lifetime. So it was wonderful. We had our last kosha workshop last weekend, and it was about the Atman, it was about the soul. And so I asked the community of students that were there, tell me, why are you here? Why did you maybe choose to have a lifetime? Like, what's the point of this body that we have, and that it's housing our soul, and our soul having a lifetime? And I'm a very visual person, so I can tell you what the answers were around the room. And the first answer was, I'm here to be a servant. I'm here to help other people. I'm here to love other people and really bring something to others. I'm a servant. And I was playing hardball a little bit. I'm like, is that it? Is that the only reason we're all here, is just to like help others? And then so the next person said, well, I believe I'm here to grow and to change. And basically she was saying, I think planet Earth is a learning planet, and I'm here to learn and evolve. And I'm like, is that it? So we're just here to learn, and then we can like do something else? And so then the next person said that they're here, they believe as part of, these are my words now, as like Dharma. So she said, like, we have a life's purpose. And so in our tradition we would say that's your dharmic purpose or whatever. I have a life's purpose in this lifetime. And then the next person said that they were here to just be joyful and happy. That's part of their reason that they came down to do this. And I said, all those things together are so true for me. And we can all ask ourselves that, like, what are we doing here? Understanding this yoga philosophy and the sheaths of who we are. And but I feel like the way we celebrate Father's Day and we honor our fathers for giving us life, and the way we celebrate the different holidays that we do here, I feel like it's so beautiful to also stop, maybe like on our birth date, and say, I'm grateful that my father and my mother gave me this gift of life. And now my question to all of you today is really, well, what will we do with it? How will we spend this beautiful life? So I think Karen was so lovely to have her here today, because I think on our life's journey, we're evolving, we're being happy, we're being servants, and all those things have to do for us, have to do with our spiritual journey, our spiritual path. And so I wanted Karen to share a little bit about how the bowls come into play and how we use that to water the soil.
My pleasure. Thank you, Diana. What's so beautiful about this earthly walk is that it gives us the opportunity to join our spirit with our body and to expand that into our fulfillment and our purpose on this earth. And that union of spirit and body has its own field and its own multiple bodies, if you will. So you have 4 bodies, actually. You have a mental body, which are your thoughts, your narrative, your beliefs. You have a emotional body, your emotions, your feelings. You have a physical body, of course, and then you have an energetic or spiritual body that extends approximately 5 to 6 feet out. And that spiritual body, that energetic body, will hold all of your experiences as you experience them, not as you remember them, not as you reframe them, and not as people tell you about them. And so that body acts, if you will, kind of like tree rings. So the part of your spirit that is closest to you is the present day, and if you go about 6 feet out, that is your gestation and birth. So much like the rings of a tree, it documents your biography, is your biology in this spirit body. And what happens then is those things that do not get fully processed, feelings that are buried alive, never die. And it becomes sticky, like if you had a countertop and you put peanut butter on it, and then the coffee grounds get stuck in the cookie crumbs, and all of a sudden you never clean that, it becomes very sticky. Well, that's what happens in your field at 12 and 6 and 9 and 10. And that informs our biology, and that informs how we think and how we feel, which is why we have patterns in our physiology. And so what working in the spirit body or the energy body does is that it cleans up the sticky stuff. And it frees up that power that you have that's been unclaimed and allows you to fulfill your purpose as a union of that body and spirit that is you in a more whole, easy way. It lightens your load. And so what I do is I work with sound, and I work with these amazing bowls who were created with love so many years ago by the monks. And I also work with tuning forks in a process called biofield tuning that clears up that sticky stuff, that cleans those areas so that you're able to walk on your easiest and brightest path in your joy and your strength, returning you back to your essential nature, your wisdom, your clarity, your peace. And I'm very blessed because it is sound, is that I work in person with individuals, and I also work remotely. I have clients all over the world, and we work over the phone, and they are able to receive that same clearing and cleansing and restoration remotely as they can in person. So I am very, very blessed, and I have been in this field for many, many years, and I am honored to be able to share it with all of you.
I wish all of you that are our extended family out there could be here for Shavasana when she plays the bowls. It's very mystical, very sacred. It's very beautiful. So I'm just going to close conference by saying we as a soul having an experience in this lifetime are all on a spiritual path, and we find things that resonate with us, as Karen was saying, to grow deeper and become more light, more joyful, more shining versions of ourselves. And I think we all came to yoga because yoga does that for us, and we keep coming back because yoga does that for us. But we do our semesters here because I think reading sacred text, and I believe meditating and doing sound healing and setting intention, all these things have that ability for us is to really be that nourishing water for the soul that grows the things in this lifetime that we came here for, to fulfill our destiny. I just want to read from one of my favorite books by an Irish priest who passed away a few years ago named John O'Donoghue. And the book is called Anam Cara, and in Gaelic, in Celtic, Anam means soul, which is interesting because in Sanskrit it's Atman. So Anam means soul and Kara means friend. And it's a really beautiful book of blessings and readings about our souls in this lifetime. And one of the things that was not mentioned in class, but I say all the time, I'm sure all of you know what I'm gonna say next, is I believe in this lifetime we were all brought here or came here to love. I do believe the gift of life is the gift of love, and that's one of the greatest things we're given. So I just wanted to read you the small piece that he said. The human heart is never completely born. Though the human body is born complete in one moment, the birth of the human heart is an ongoing process. It is being birthed in every experience of your life. Everything that happens to you has a potential to deepen you. It brings to birth within you the territories of the heart. So as always, I want to honor everyone here in the room with me today and all of you that are our extended family, our remote family, for choosing yoga and choosing this Shala in particular to continue to study and to continue to birth our hearts. Namaste.